Welcome everybody. My name's Suzanne Bryan, and if you're joining me for the first time, I'm a knitter, and I like to make educational YouTube videos on top of my regular knitting and other things that I do. If you're a returning visitor, welcome back, yay! I love to see you, and I'm going to show you how to use my YouTube channel via a computer or an iPad. And the iPad's similar to a phone, so the phone people should be able to get it from the iPad. I know that a lot of you have used my YouTube channels, but I want to show you how to get the most out of them, how to easily find what you're looking for. I have so many YouTube videos, and there's so much good information on there, but I know that it can be frustrating sometimes to find exactly what you want. So I'm going to show you. We're going to start out, as I said, by using it on a computer. So I'm going to share my computer screen with you. And that's my channel. Let me show you, though, that if you're not on my channel, the first thing you would do is you would just go to YouTube. Just type in YouTube, and you're going to get something like this, all these things. Then you can type in Suzanne Bryan. And there's my channel, Knitting with Suzanne Bryan. That's my main channel. Now let's say, and then you can click on that right here. You can see my little cursor. You can click on that, and it takes you to this page right here. This is my main page. It says subscribed, and right next to that subscribed is a bell. So if you have not already subscribed, this button will be red. Let's see if I can unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You can see that it is red, right? And then there's no bell next to it. Once you hit the red and you say you want to subscribe, now I'm subscribed. Now the bell is plain. There's no vibration marks on either side of it. That if you click on it, you have a choice of picking all or none or personalized. I guess right now it's on personalized. If you want to always get notifications when I post a new video, then you would click all. If you never want to find out, then you click none. Personalized, I don't really know what that does, but so I'm going to click all. Now notice that the little bell is dark and it has vibration things next to it. So that's the number one thing, is subscribing to my YouTube channel. And I would appreciate it if you haven't subscribed, if you do. So the next thing, here you are on my channel. And I usually have some video that I, put up for people to see, one of my most recent ones, or one I just choose, and that'll be the main one you'll see on this screen. Then underneath that, down here, will be the most recent videos that I've uploaded by date. So this is the last one that I did, and it was 2 months ago. Can you believe that? But it was. And it's been viewed over 10,000 times. This is the one prior to that, 2.6 thousand views, etc., etc. So you can click on the arrow over here, and you can just look at these by date if you want to. Those are just the most recent videos. Below that, and I customized this whole page for you to use. These are my created playlists. So I make a playlist. This playlist is about the iTag bottom-up drop shoulder, and there are 34 videos in that. This is a new playlist because I'm just starting a whole series on I-cord, so there's only one video in it right now. This is for the undulant socks, and there's 6 videos in that playlist. This is about chart reading, and there's 10 videos. And you can look over through these other playlists just like that. I have a lot of playlists. And it's just where I group videos together that I think you would want to watch sequentially. Then below that, this is a playlist on brioche knitting, and I chose this order here because brioche is something I'm very interested in. So this is a playlist, And you can see all of these videos have to do with brioche knitting. Then this is the playlist for stranded or Fair Isle, double knitting, mosaic, and then the last one down here is popular uploads. I don't know if you can see it, it's not pulling up. Just the most popular videos. So that's the main page of my channel. You can see all of that just on that page. That you want to look at videos. You can see next to where it says home here, it says videos. If you click on that, it shows all of my videos, and these are all, you can play them all if you want, but there's like 340 of them, so I don't know that you'd want to do that. They're in order of most recent publication to oldest. Over here you can see this sort, and you can sort by the most popular, the date oldest, or date newest. Right now it's by date newest. If you go to most popular, it just resorts them to the order. The Knit Perfect Thumb Gussets has had 583,000 views. The toe one's 439, this one 318, etc. Now, the playlists, that's videos. Next is playlists. You click on the playlists, and here's all of my playlists. Each box here represents many videos within the box. So you can see all of these playlists where I've sorted them into categories. Now some videos fit in more than one category, and therefore they are included in more than one playlist. I think that's a great way. Like for example, if you want to learn how to do brioche knitting, you would find the playlist on brioche knitting. Let's see where it is. Right here, down here. Brioche knitting, there's 23 videos, so let's look at that. So it starts with the top video, and there are ads. We'll skip the ad. So this starts with this particular video. Welcome to my YouTube video on brioche. This video is going to cover brioche in two colors, beginning and chart. Okay, and if you go over here to the side panel, it's going to show you all the other videos that are in this playlist. So you don't have to watch them in the order that they pop up. You can pick and choose amongst the videos in the playlist. If there's something, if you want to learn how to fix mistakes, you find one on fixing mistakes. If you want to learn how to do a cast on, you find the cast on. Here's fixing mistakes part 1 of 2, fixing mistakes part 2 of 2, etc. Now let's go back. Let's see. Come on, let's go back. Let me go back. Here's the playlist page. So it's all the playlists. The next says community. And this is where I have communicated with people in general. I don't think too many people use this though, but sometimes I post things here and people will post things in reply. Then the second one, the next one over, second from the last, is channels. And these are channels that I recommend. So these are all channels that I think that are worth looking at. And then the last is about, and that's just about me. You can see how many total views I have. And I talk about my websites and where you can get in touch with me. So that's how you use the computer. Okay, Serena says, the magnifying glass is helpful. Can we discuss more? Yes, thank you for bringing that up. I almost forgot. So here we see, let me close that off. Do you see this little magnifying glass here? Right here? You just click on that, and the search line shows up, and let's say you want to know cast on, okay? And hit enter, and it will take you to all of the videos that I have that are about cast-ons. And I have many, many, many videos about cast-ons. This one here The Invisible Italian Cast On. That's the very first video I ever made. And so the quality is not wonderful. The teaching is good, but the quality of the video is not great. But all of these on Cast On. So you can go back to that search bar. Let's say bind off. Bind off. And then these are all of the bind off videos. There are also a lot of bind off videos. You know, when I first started knitting, I thought there was one way to cast on and one way to bind off. I didn't learn any others until I did the Master Hand Knitting program. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so now let's say you're on your computer and you have not gone to YouTube yet. Let's just go to, I'm going to go to my Ravelry page, okay? Ravelry. And I want to go to YouTube. So I can just type in, I want to find a video by Suzanne on YouTube. I'm going to put Suzanne Bryan. I'm typing this in the address bar. Brioche, helps if you can spell right, knitting. Okay, now my search comes up. There comes my main channel, Knitting with Suzanne Bryan, YouTube. Uploads from Knitting with Suzanne Bryan. It takes a guild, tutorial, Ravelry. So you're going to find something by me about brioche knitting. So let's look at it. This will take you to the YouTube channel again. And then you can put in, over here in the search bar, you can put in brioche knitting. Brioche. And see what pops up. And all of these videos are going to pop up. Okay? If you don't know how to get to YouTube again, just put in my name, Suzanne Bryan, in the search bar. And you'll get my channel, Suzanne Bryan. Now let's do the off the cuff channel. So it didn't, you can see off the cuff is not here, right? Because I don't have it under Suzanne Bryan. I just have it under Suzanne. So just put in Suzanne, off the cuff, and there I am. There's the videos from off the cuff. Here is Suzanne off the cuff. And same thing, I have this page set up in a very similar manner. The most recent video is going to be on top. That's the one we're doing right now. It's right here on the front. And then the recent uploads. So the off-the-cuff channel, let me go back just a bit. The reason I have two channels is Knitting with Suzanne Bryan consists of all short tutorials. You want to find out a technique, you go to that technique, you play the video, there's no chit-chat. You go right to the technique and you can learn it. When I first started doing these live streams, I started them on that same channel. And I noticed after I did a few that I lost a lot of subscribers. And the reason is I think that the people that want to watch the short, to-the-point videos were not interested in hour-long chit-chat live streams. So that's when I decided to make the second YouTube channel, which is Off the Cuff. And that one is specifically for these longer live stream YouTube videos. In fact, all of the videos on Suzanne Off the Cuff are live. And doing a live video is a lot different from doing one where I pre-record it and I can edit it. And I'll tell you a funny story about that. Quite a few years ago, I was at a knitting retreat, and the instructor was asking me about some of my videos and how I made the videos. And I said, well, I use my phone. Here's my phone. I use my phone. I mount it like this, actually like this. I have a C-clamp. It's not right around here. I would show it to you. and I clamp the phone, I watch through my phone, and I video my hands. That's how I make my tutorials. It's extraordinarily simple. And for many years, I did not even use any editing tools at all. I just shot it straight through. Most times I could do it in one pass, but sometimes I would do something really, really stupid and I would have to shoot it again. Like the wrong words come out of my mouth. And you'll still find some of my videos in that have that, like I say left instead of right or pearl instead of knit, and you don't catch it when you're doing it. And you may not even catch it when you do the replay because to you, you hear the correct word. It's often pointed out to me later on. But then when I found editing software, I didn't have to worry about making bloopers because I could just cut them out. So those are the pre-recorded tutorials that are on Knitting with Suzanne Bryan. Those are all tutorials with a few live streams when I first started doing it. Then I made the second channel off the cuff, this one right here, and this is entirely, it's entirely live stream videos. So again, it has the same headings: home, videos, playlists, community, channels, about, and the search bar. So if you go to videos, you're only going to see 2 videos because I'm sorry. It's going to show you all the videos. So this is from the most recent. This is today and going across. I have made some playlists in this. So we'll look at playlists. I have grouped them. Guest interviews, which are fun. Don't you enjoy the guest interviews? Those are so darn fun. I'm meeting the most interesting people or reacquainting myself with them. Then the bottom up, the cable pillow, odds and ends, I tag yoke, starry starry night, and I should make one for the I tag cardigan. Maybe it's on the other channel. And then community, again, these are where I communicate with people, which I don't do much on here because I don't think very many people read it. Channels that I recommend, and I just recommend myself. I need to fill this out, don't I? Kind of. So there's back to the home. And again, you can search. Here's the search. So you can, let's put shawl. Let's just see if this comes up. Shawl collar. Let's just see what happens, okay? Okay, so I discussed it in Suzanne Off the Cuff number 29. So the word shawl collar have been used in all 4 of these videos. Okay, let me see what, there are some more questions here. Luana Hendricks says, questions. This was a lot of work. Did you do this, Suzanne? I did all of this, yes. It is a lot of work, but spread out over a lot of years. Sherry Cornick, question. When I try to rewind a video, it goes to a different video. Am I doing something wrong? Oh, what a great question, Sherry. Let me put this over here. What a great question. Let me show you how to do that. I'm going to go back to the Knitting with Suzanne Bryan page. And let's look at a video. And let me show you some things about that. Wow, what a great question. Okay, let's look at this video right here. Easy SSP. So we're going to watch this. I'm going to skip the ad. You know, these ads are always skippable, most of them. Okay, so notice here, let's put it on pause because I want to show you some things. I need to do this, get rid of this in a way. Okay, do you see this little eye up here in the top right corner? That's where if I've linked to any other videos that are associated with this, they'll be there. And you can click on those to go to them if you want to. Now you'll notice down in the bottom, look down here, there's closed captioning. So you can turn on closed captioning if you want, and they'll all pop up. Some of them will pop up in a foreign language, some of them won't. So that's closed captioning. This is settings. This is amazing if you have not used this before. Click on this. You can do autoplay. You can do annotations, playback speed. Click on this. You can make it go really slow, 1/4 time, half time, 3/4 time normal, 1 1/4 time, 1 1/2 time, 1 3/4, and 2 times. I do this when I'm watching other people's videos because I want to get right to the part I want to see. So I'll click on double time, and then it goes really, really quickly. And you can stop it at any time and change the speed to slow if you want to. Okay? Now the next one is, this one makes it a little picture-in-picture. Theater mode, you know, it's how big it is on your screen, these. This one makes it full screen. Now there's another place where you can move back. Do you see this red bar here across the bottom? I'm over here. Okay, so red bar, you can move that to anywhere you want in the video. And let's say you want to back up, you just move it back this way. Now if you get to the end of the video and you have this set on autoplay here on the settings, whoops, it will automatically go to the next video. And it's too late. Now you've skipped this video. So you would have to go up here to the top of your screen and go back one page and come back to here and play it again. But if you want to play it again, it's best to actually catch it before it ends. Let's say the red over here. Before it ends, just move this all the way to the back and play it again. Okay, here's the volume. You can turn it off or on. Let's see what else is in the settings. You can turn on subtitles. And that's all that's in there. So let's see some more questions here, if that answered some of your questions. Let me take a look. Let's see. Sherry, if you hit the left arrow, that means previous video. You need to use slider at bottom of the video. Right. Serena, does the search look for words in the title of the videos only? This is an excellent question here. What happens is, let's turn this video off so it's not. When I create the videos, that I can put tags in a special box underneath the description, which is invisible, you don't see. So I try to add tags that have anything to do with that video, whether it's in the title or not. Of course, words that are in the title, yes, they will show. But there can be words that aren't in the title and will, you know, it'll pull that screen up too for you. So that's a great question. Let me see here. I moved this. Zoom to fit. Okay, so let's see some more questions here. Let's see. Rona, question, how can we be the most help to you on YouTube? The most help you can be to me on YouTube, thank you for asking that. That is such a kind question. The most help you can be to me, number one, is subscribe. YouTube, the company YouTube, which is owned by Google, gives you credit based upon how many subscribers you have. The next one is views, of course, but the subscribers is more important. Let me turn that off. That's annoying. The subscribers is more important than the views. Then the other thing is sharing my videos with other people who would watch them. You can share on Facebook, you can share on Ravelry, you can share on Reddit, you can share on Instagram, wherever you want to share them so that someone else might view them and subscribe. Okay, Sue M says, the live videos do change algorithms. Another channel only keeps for a week or similar reasons. The live streams are automatically saved to YouTube to last forever until I delete them. So I have the option of putting them on YouTube or not after they've streamed, and I choose the option to put them on there. So they should stay. In fact, this video I'm streaming to Suzanne off the cuff, but after it gets put on and it's prepared and everything for YouTube, I am going to actually share it to my other channel so that both channels will have this so people can see how to use the videos. Fatima says, question. Why the videos off the cuff comes to our email a few minutes later than you are online? Because there's a lag. There's a lag. But if you subscribe, there's two things. One is when I post these live streams, I always schedule them. So I may schedule them a few hours before they come on or a few days. But when I schedule them, you have the opportunity. If you click on the link before it's time to come on, but click on it early, you can hit the reminder button. That's probably what you're getting a little bit late. But if you also hit the subscribe button right here and that bell, you should also get a notification. And that should come to you as well. It might come after the video is uploaded. So maybe there's a couple minutes delay. I'm trying to think it doesn't work right. Karen Russell, question, does that mean I can't log in to view if I've missed the live stream? No, you can still watch the live stream and you don't have to log in. You do not have to log in anything to watch YouTube. But if you want to subscribe, leave a comment, or give me a thumbs up, you have to be a subscriber, or you have to have signed in with Google. Most people, a lot of people have Google accounts, but if you don't, it's not hard to make one. They really don't take any personal information from you. It's your choice, personal preference. Sherry Cornick. She says, I see a video that says mix. What does this mean? That's a video playlist, and it's a mix of a variety of videos, and somebody else created that, and it's on my channel for some reason. Sue M., what editing software do I use? What I'm using right now is called Ecamm Live, and that's what I use for the live streams, and I can do some editing in that, which is pretty cool. But it's specifically made for Macs, and I have a Mac. The other that I use is called Final Cut Pro, and that is by Apple, and it's amazing. You can make actual real movies in it. Now, I only know the parts about it that I use. There's so much more that I don't know, and the learning curve is kind of steep, but you just get bits and pieces as you go forward. And during this quarantine period that we're having, I've actually taken some classes in the Ecamm Live, which I'm using now, to learn how to use it better. In fact, I learned how to share my screen. See, I can switch around. Fancy. I learned how to do this in one of the courses that I've been taking. Okay, D. Verte says, can you show how to go back to the video you have lost? Well, first of all, what you can do, let me go to the video. When you're in the video, can you see down here where it says save? Right here. Can you see that? It says save. If you click on that, save to watch later, okay? Now it's saved it in my save list, and I can always go back and find it. That is if you have signed into Google. If you have not signed into Google, you can't use any of these things down here. But if you have a Google account, you can save it. If you don't have a Google account and the video has come to the end, it's come to the end, let's make it go all the way to the end, then what you have to do is go up here to the, on your whatever software, whatever system you're using, and hit the back arrow. And that takes you back to the screen you were when you started the video. And it's this video right here. That's the video we were playing. Okay, does that answer your question? Marlene, question, FYI, if you have the notifications bell activated, you will get a notification reminder that the live streams will be in 30 minutes. Thank you. That's good to know. Thank you. So if you have signed in to Google And when I post the video beforehand, when I schedule it, and I put it on Facebook, and Dolise puts it on Ravelry for me, if you click on that screen at that time, there's a little thing that'll say, set a reminder. Click on that, and then it'll notify you 30 minutes before. I think that's where people have the most problem, is figuring out to get notifications for when I post a new video and how to get the notifications for the live streams. So now let's go to how to use an iPad, the same thing, and continue asking questions, okay? Because the questions are what remind me to talk about things. So I've set my iPad up the same way. So I just went to, on my iPad, I just went to, and I can't use my cursor on this because, you know, your iPad you use with your fingers. I just went to YouTube. You can see that up at the very top. So then I would type in here, if I want to find me, I would just type in Suzanne. See how I'm typing? Bryan. And hit search. So here's Knitting with Suzanne Bryan and my most recent videos. So if one of those videos is what you want to see, you can just click on it. But if you're looking for my channel, you can just click on my channel. And that takes you to the channel. This person has not subscribed yet. I wanted to show you this. See, so I have one screen that is for people who have not subscribed, and that's where I introduce myself. And then once you subscribe, I hit subscribe, sign in. It wants me to sign in. See, I can't subscribe without signing in. I'm going to sign in as, let's do this. I have an alternate account just so I can test. Okay. Now I'm signed in. And now, let's see, it says subscribe. This is what happens. This is why I wanted to do this. This takes you to the YouTube app on your iPad. It goes to the YouTube app. This is not on Safari anymore or on your browser. This is the YouTube app. So I want to go back to Safari. I'm not going to subscribe. This is just, whoops, see, it wants to do that. Let's go back. Let's do YouTube. Because, to tell you the truth, I prefer using the browser rather than the app. Okay? So, here we are in YouTube on the browser. So I can search, and it's recommending one of my videos to me. Isn't that nice? So I'm going to search Suzanne Bryan. Type it in the search bar and see what happens. There's Suzanne Bryan. And I'm going to click on it. Now that's my channel through your web browser. That is not the app. And it looks exactly like what we just went through on the desktop computer. So you use it exactly the same. But some people like to use the YouTube app. So then you would go to your, let's find, here's YouTube here. And now this is the app. And the app looks different. So there's Meet Suzanne, the videos, created playlists, and across the top, you notice across the top where it says home, videos, playlists, community. So those are similar. So those are the videos. And there is also, it says date added, newest. You see that right above the top video. If you click on that, you can search by most popular, the oldest, or the newest. And then there's the playlists. And this is very similar. Let me move my head over here. This is very similar to what we were looking at. So it's the playlist. So let's say you want to see the 10 bind off videos. So you click on that. And what's nice, do you see they just didn't start playing, which is kind of nice. So you can go and pick out which one you want to look at. This one's in here twice. I needed to fix that. Okay, so why do I like the browser better? That's a very good question. Let me go see. So Judith Louch says you have to be online to get the notification. I think you get an email, or you can set up how you get your notifications. I don't get notifications, so somebody else that does that could maybe address that. Dolise says she enters the Ravelry thread called New Announcements from Suzanne 2020. So she always puts them in there for people that are on Ravelry. And Dolise says these announcements might be even the day up because, for example, I didn't decide to do this today until today. It's kind of crazy around here with the quarantine, and I have my daughter's family living here too. So my life is kind of chaotic right now, and I can't always count on being ready to do this right at 2 o'clock. So it's kind of a play it as I go. Champ, why do you like the browser better? It's personal preference. I like the browser better. Let me go on here. I like the browser better because I erase all of my cookies and everything frequently so that sites don't follow me. And even on my phone and my iPad, I use the browser rather than the app. I use Facebook in the browser rather than the app. And that is because the browser, I can close it and it's not following me around and listening to what I'm saying. Not that I am paranoid, but I do not get those apps that pop up, the ads that pop up all the time about something that I was just searching for or something that I just spoke about. I don't get those because I don't use the apps. I don't use Google app on my phone. I don't use Messenger, which is the Facebook app for messaging on my phone. I only use it on my computer because on my computer I can close all of that down and it doesn't continually follow me around as I'm walking or driving or going to the store. Google and Facebook, they like to follow you because that's how they market stuff. And I don't want them following me, although I'm sure that they have plenty of information on me already, but that's just my personal preference. I also don't use Wi-Fi in unsecure situations. I only use Wi-Fi at my home where I know I have a firewall. I don't use free Wi-Fi out in public, ever. So it's just personal preference. But then I have a network engineering son, too, and so he, kind of sets the rules for me. Let's see. So does that answer that? Dolise says her notification pops up right in her phone or tablet, but if she's on Windows 10 Dell laptop, that's synced with her Android phone. I think they just pop up wherever your notifications pop up. So it depends on what kind of phone you use, whether you use an iPad, that kind of stuff. So are there any other, I was going to show on the phone too, but it got too complicated for me. It's very similar to using the, let me show you here. If you go to YouTube on your phone, I think they just pop up wherever your notification. It's following me. That's the app on my phone. Okay, so I'm not going to do that because we'll get some feedback going on here. Let's see. Sue M says that the little list at the bottom will be an inbox in YouTube, you see a red dot that says, hey, look, you have a notice. I must look for it. If I'm doing other things, I do not see notification. Okay. Deborah Cisneros, unassociated question. I really like the shade of lip color you're wearing today. Oh my goodness. I have no idea what it is. It belongs to my daughter. I don't normally wear lip gloss. I only put it on for these videos because otherwise I look totally washed out. I don't wear any makeup, period. It's kind of the same reason that I don't use apps. I just don't want to put stuff on my face. So I have skin sensitivities, and like eye makeup and stuff gives me contact dermatitis and all that kind of stuff. So it's just personal preference. Okay. So anything else? I would like you, the best way you can help me to help you is to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have already, get your friends to. If you belong to knitting guilds or whatever, show them how to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribers is the #1 thing. Right now I have 62,600 subscribers. Whew. It's taken like 8 years to get that many or more. When you hit 100,000 subscribers, YouTube ups the game for you. And there's a lot of things I don't even know what they are, but I know when you hit the goal of 100,000 subscribers, YouTube helps promote your channel more. Like they put you at the top of the list when you're looking for stuff. Yours will always pop up at the top of the list. That's really my goal. I would like to have 100,000 subscribers. I think it's probably going to take about 2 more years. At the rate that I'm going right now, but that's okay, And I do plan, I have lists and lists and lists of video ideas that I'd like to make. It's just I have to feel very, very motivated when I make them. And I have not felt that way for a little while, but it's coming back. I'm getting my knitting mojo back, and then I start feeling like making videos. Okay. Any other questions? I'll give you a second, okay? Did you like this? Did it work for you? Did it help you? I'm going to probably put this as the main video on both of my channels so people can learn how to use this. And I'll think about making one for using Ravelry, because Ravelry is the most awesome knitting tool. I think it's the best knitting tool that's come out probably since ever. I think it's just amazing. You may not agree with their politics, but I don't go to Ravelry for politics. I go to use it as a knitting resource. Okay, I'm going to let you go. You guys have a good time. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you. Oh, this Saturday. Guess who I'm going to have on live this Saturday? Rosemary Hill. Do you know her? She's awesome. Oh my goodness, you're going to love it. You need to tune in Saturday, 2 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time. So I'll see you then. Have a good day. Happy knitting. And subscribe.